Well, a big night coming up at Niswonger Performing Arts Center in Greeneville. Mark your calendars and get your tickets as one of rock and roll's finest entertainers will hit the stage March 20th. We are talking about Herman's Hermits starring Peter Noone, and we are so excited to have a chance to talk with him this morning via Zoom. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning. I am all those things, and thank you for mentioning it. You know, the Peter Noone and Herman's Hermits, that's me.
Well, and we are so excited. I have to say that since we knew we were doing this interview, we have been singing your songs sort of throughout the office. You have that effect on people, don't you?
Well, you know, I think I'm from an extraordinary period in musical history where all the songs were fun, people fell in love, and people fell out of love, and people went dancing. And I think I represent that memory for people. You know, they probably had a good time at high school and junior high school, and the music on the radio was friendly, and it was kind of, and some of the songs said things that you wished you could say to a girl, or vice versa. Some things you wish you could say to your boyfriend, and you know, that's all gone, hasn't it? There's nothing on the radio that you want to say to anybody, really.
I will say that's kind of true, yes. And you have the music, I think, that just, like you said, made people happy. And people relate that, I think, to generations and memories that they had with your music.
Well, you know, when people talk about the 60s, they forget all the bad things that happened. And you know, they remember that it was the Beatles and the Stones and the Dave Clark Five and Henry VIII and dancing. You know, do the Huckelbuck and silly dancing and let's twist again. I mean, those are things that people are far too blasé now. They wouldn't do that anymore. They wouldn't get involved. They would say, "Oh no, I'm busy."
Now, you took the stage young. You were, what, 15 when you started performing?
Yeah, you know, I was in a little group called the Cyclones when I was 13, and after 3 years, we finally made it into a studio, a recording studio. We changed our names a lot of times, usually after really bad performances. And we got into the studio, and as luck would have it, the first song we recorded was "I'm Into Something Good," which starts off, "Woke up this morning feeling fine." You know, woke up this morning feeling fine. And something tells me I'm into something good, and it hit a nerve in people. It was always on in England after the news. They'd have the news, you know, "Pound at all-time new low." And now Herman's Hermits, "Woke up this morning feeling fine." So, you know, and in the other room, my mother was teaching my little sister how to do the twist, you know, as if she knew how to do it. You know, "Come on, you shake it to the left, you shake it to the right." Nobody's got any energy for that now. You know, everybody's like, I'll get the app.
Yes, exactly. Oh my goodness. What's it like for you when you're on stage and you hit those first few notes and then the whole audience just starts going crazy because they're ready to sing it with you?
Well, you know, that's a very common thing in England, and it always has been. And, you know, from my background, which was an Irish family, they always sang for everything. You know, they sang at funerals and weddings and christenings and baptisms and everything. Everybody sort of had a musical instrument, and they would start singing. And now what's happened is a lot of my songs are very easy. And when I recorded them, I would say to the producer, Mickey Most, who was a bit of a genius, really, I'll give him some credit, I would say, "This is not the right key for me." And he'd go, "Well, it's the right key for me." I said, "Well, what? That's not good." And he said, "Listen, if I can sing it, everyone in the world will be able to sing along," meaning he wasn't a very good singer. So we recorded the songs in the keys that were sort of useful for men and women to sing along. And of course they do. You know, I mean, it's really fascinating. It's a great thrill for me to see people singing along. And, you know, some of the songs I forget the words, and I can look in the audience and lip read and hope that they're getting it right as well.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, there is going to be a whole lot of singing coming up on March 20th. Peter, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to let our viewers know how to get those tickets.
Hey, thank you very much for the for daytime. I love being. I'm looking forward to being in Greeneville.
All right, well, we're looking forward to having you. Get your tickets now, March 20th. You can go online for more information, npac.com. We'll be right back.